キリシュタリア様のために全てを尽くす。氷雪の幻想を息づく北欧世界、それは戦乙女の放ちる古き神話の終焉地。その太陽は確約と大地を照らす。フェイトグランドオーダーコスモス・イン・ザ・ロストベルト、無限表現世紀ゲッテルデメリンリ、消えぬ炎の階段樹。
Hello everyone, welcome back for some more Fate Grand Order. Everyone shut up. Surtr has been summoned. Holy crap. That's rad. He's a big Saber. I'm excited to see if we're actually gonna battle him. I'm sure this first one will be us just going... So here's the thing. I watched the trailer, the commercial, and I thought that was just a cool design for a Muspelheim. I didn't think it would be that. Anyways, we're back to this, now of all times. Alright. I've always hated Sundays. Why? Simple, I hated myself. For me, Sundays were a prison, and I hated how I was never able to escape from them. I could never take that first step. I detested how weak I was, how my parents' wishes felt like a curse, leaving me unable to even set foot outside. I never even thought about running away. The idea of leaving never so much as entered my mind. Which is why I was always waiting for someone. Someone who would come and save me. Someone who would let me out of here. Someone who would tell me, you don't have to do anything. You don't have to grant anyone's wishes. I waited for someone like that for so long, though I knew no such person would ever come. Even now I think... some part of me is still waiting for someone like that. Well, it's certainly not this big guy, huh? Oh, that's cool. The moment the sun fell, every giant across the Lostbelt looked up at the sky and roared in unison. All at once, the featureless masks the Queen had placed on their faces in order to control them shattered. As their masks disappeared, so too did the days they had spent slumbering without a king. Now, they were truly awake. The giants' roars echoed throughout the land, singing the praises of the king who would bring about Ragnarok in a language humans could never understand. O king, O king, O king, Surtr, wielder of the flaming sword, carry on our battle, carry on our war. It is not enough that the old gods are dead by your hand. We must raze this ancient land to the ground. Let Ragnarok recommence. Bring on the joyful times, the end time. Let us begin the destruction. Now is the time. This is kind of sick. This is kind of awesome. Oh, Gerda's not going to be enjoying this, huh? Where did the sun go? Oh boy. What? Oh, you picked a time to wake up? What's going on? Holmes, what about your wound? Weren't you supposed to be recovering for another 2 days? Indeed, and I'm still rather enjoying the effects of the painkillers, but I'll gladly take that over missing the climax. A great detective can only forestall his entrance so long, after all. Well said. I expect nothing less from my administrative advisor. I'm proud to have such a responsible subordinate. Now then, I'm sorry to ask this while you're still tired, but would you mind explaining what's going on? Just when I thought we had defeated that accursed secret, the sun went and fell out of the sky. And look at that, there's no way that isn't some kind of giant, is there? Every bone in my body is screaming at me to get away from that thing as quickly as possible. Do you have any idea of what's going on? Good question. I don't know if it's the same species as other giants, but it's definitely big enough to qualify. But unfortunately, our instruments aren't really doing us a lot of good here. It looks to be a monster that changes size depending on how it's viewed. Oh, it's Gamagori. It's Gamagori from Kill la Kill. Gamagori has no set size. He will be as big as necessary. His only size is the biggest thing in the room, or the biggest character on screen. That's the only rules that determine Gamagori's size. This isn't some physical calamity like Ivan the Terrible. It's a conceptual one, capable of destroying the world. So I was too late. This certainly is enough to make me rue my principle of never discussing something without first obtaining conclusive proof. The flame that flickers across this Lostbelt's northern mountains, it fell from Muspelheim, the Fire Realm. As for that enormous sun, I believe it is likely Muspelheim itself, given form by the gods. In other words, the body of Surtr, the giant of Ragnarok. Oh, we're back at our first race shift trial, landmark occasion. As Team A, we were supposed to investigate Singularity F. Really? This is a strange time to flash back to this. Instead, our team met its end, and the world was enveloped in a fire that incinerated humanity. Oh, is it just drawing parallels to the fire? Fire, fire, fire. Nothing but fire as far as I could see. My mystic eye is one of prolongation. Its rank is jewel. It lets me see possibilities. You could say it's a form of precognition. Once I see something, I can pin it in place, but that only lets me temporarily halt possibilities I do not desire from coming to pass. Its true nature lies in seeing the myriad possibilities before me. So then, what's this? Now that we're trapped in our coffins, the possibility of us escaping the death that approaches us is distant, far too distant. It may not truly be zero, but it might as well be. No matter how far I stretch, I can't reach it. I can't hope to pin down anything. If an enemy were here, I might be able to stop them from attacking or casting a spell, but this is beyond me. I was helpless to do anything about Loveliner's sabotage, or the flames incinerating humanity. God, it's been a while since we've heard that name. Once the flames consumed me, that would be it. There was no escape for me or for anyone else. Maybe that's why my fate never bothered me the way that perhaps it should. All I felt was disappointment for my inability to express what I honestly felt to the very end. Yes, I may never have reached it for myself, but just once I would have liked to have held Wodheim's hand. Girl simp. Congratulations on your rebirth. I always believed you could save the world. Greetings, Kirstaria Wodheim. Will this work for conveying information to you? I must say, using words is such a bother. Had my vocal cords still been working, I'm sure I would have gasped to find my eye was seeing the world in the coffin next to mine. I saw brilliant light shining in pitch darkness, and Wodheim opposite it. I had never seen Wodheim so childlike before, not in appearance, mind you, but in his strength, or rather, the lack of it. He was horribly injured and fatigued, to the point that even the effort of breathing seemed likely to kill him. It was as if he had seen the end of the world, no, like he had fought to prevent it. He was so bruised and battered that I could almost believe such a ridiculous delusion was actually true, as though he was only alive now through sheer miraculous luck. We now share our circumstances. This humanity you come from will be incinerated and fade away. But that is of no consequence to us. It may be unexpected, but not so much as to change our plans. The assault has led to the closure of the Expanse. What does that mean? Soon both you and humanity will meet your end. Yet unfortunately, God still has no body for this joyous feat. You'll help me with that, won't you, Kirstaria Wodheim? You are a cryptor, which makes you perfect to spread my word. I didn't know what was going on. All I knew was I could sense our end approaching. He had been chosen, and we had not. Wodheim would go on to survive, and we would remain trapped in darkness. No. I'm afraid I alone won't be enough. I must strongly recommend the other 6 join me to assist. I could sense a light's confusion. Indeed, my own mind all but went blank in shock. A god, a human, even a tiny ant crawling along the ground could see how out of line it was. It was clear to anyone watching that his remarks, his suggestion, would usually be out of the question. I don't understand. Once the world is wiped clean, you will be invincible. Why would you want competition when one of you would be more than sufficient? I understand that, but invincibility and omnipotence are not the same. There is a non-zero chance that one of the other 6 may surpass me. As long as that possibility exists, however slight, I will not dismiss it. Give them the chance to choose for themselves. There is no point in me rebuilding human history on my own. Wodheim wasn't proposing that his responsibilities be shared. He believed in our worth as individuals. It was a shining example of unwavering humanity. Restoring what was lost will take considerable effort. Bringing a single human back to life may only take mere moments, but it requires a level of suffering sufficient to stop the entire world in its tracks. Consider the hell you just endured as an example. What's more, their bodies have sunk into the void. The void, huh? They can no longer pay that price themselves. Can you pay it for them, Kirshdaria Wodheim? Can you withstand the agony that comes with fighting the entire world 6 more times? Reminds me a bit of, when, Hollow Ataraxia, you had them being, Bazit and Angermine being reborn, and, like, the pain that endured for being reborn each cycle. Reminds me a bit of that. Of course, if it is humanly possible, then I can do it. That's a very selfless act, but is it selfless? I don't know. I saw it for myself clear as day. Even as every breath ravaged him, spasms of humiliation and despair rocking his face, I saw him unflinchingly declare himself to that light. Interesting. I'll never forget that sight. The sight of the greatest strength humankind could possibly possess. The next thing I remember, my eyelids fluttered open. Seeing how hard Wodheim fought, seeing his determination, I found strength of my own. I may not be capable of following in his footsteps, but at the very least I want to help him. I want to live up to the faith he showed in us, and insisting we'll be given our chance to choose. What is this light, then? Circumstantial change confirmed. The price has now been paid. I have a proposal for you chosen ones, an offer for those who were cast aside. If you desire acclaim, then choose rebirth. If you desire indolence, then choose eternal sleep. It makes no difference to God. Is this the Christian God? Because some of that talk of rebirth makes me really feel like this sounds like the Christian God. I nodded. The light grew brighter, blinding me. We were each given our tasks to grow our assigned Lostbelts. I didn't so much as blink. With my mystic eye, I cast my gaze over the world I was given. I looked far and wide to the very edges, so that I could live up to his hopes and face my destiny as he did his. Even if doing so should take me down an evil path that had been pruned away from human history. I wished I could find a glimmer of hope somewhere along the way. And then my right eye saw something so very far away. In a Norse world unlike our own, bound to one day be cut off from humanity, where fiery destruction raged as well. Oh yeah, we got parallels going on, huh? You're looking at me, aren't you? Who are you? Not that pompous fool Odin. I reduced him to ashes, nor the ferocious Fenrir, him I ate. Are you one of the surviving gods? Yes, I suppose one of the gods did escape my flames. I see. Then you must be Skadi, the goddess of snow. No, I'm not. I'm me. I am a woman who is meant to die in a world consumed by flame. You don't say. Who are you? Are you the sixth imaginary element? A demon? No. I am flame. The flame destined to consume all the Norse lands. I am the last remnant of Ymir's wrath. Norse? I see, now I understand. Perhaps it's my old Nordic bloodline that's to blame. You must be Surtr. Oh? The fiery king of giants, the Dark One. The giant of Ragnarok who once ended the world. So you do know who I am, woman. Fascinating. So you are seeing my flame, even as you die from the flames consuming your own world. That's right, I am the one who will bring an end to all things. I am the one who will put an end to the gods and their prattling on about fate. I consume the land, humans. Everything. I will end the age of gods. I will end the entire world. I will see that there is no tomorrow. Well, that's not how the legend goes. According to myth, your flames consume the Norse age of gods, but it's followed by the age of humanity. That is what was fated to be, but I don't care. What need have I of a future I cannot see with mine own eyes? Everything should end with me. When this planet ends, I will have the final laugh as it all fades away. At least that is what I swore to myself, but... I see, you failed too. Yes, I failed. I spent a considerable amount of time struggling to free myself from Odin's prison, but it seems fate is a far more formidable foe than I thought. This is as far as I go. My flame will be pruned away along with these Norse lands, crushing my dream of consuming everything. What a pitiful sight this world and I must make. So that's where your world ended? Indeed. And you have that in common with us, although I was supposed to save my world, not destroy it. Is that so? It was nice to meet you, Fiery King of Giants, but now, I guess this is goodbye. Farewell, human woman, who cast her gaze from another world ending in fire. If by some miraculous stroke of luck you should ever happen to lay your eyes on me again, I will show you my flaming sword. Your noble phantasm? The end of this planet. This is like probably the only time he's ever had a chance to talk to someone. It's kind of rad. Good, you're all here. I knew you wouldn't turn down a challenge. That's one way to put it. Now others that are given our choices, there was only one sane answer. This is one hell of a tall order, but if the alternative was death, I'm not going to say no. I would not have minded dying, but I could not ignore the prospect of these Lostbelts. I was gonna say I just saw that with the black and then that, and I'm like, but nope, that's just a regular command seal. I knew human history was fragile, but I didn't know it had branched out to that degree. I suppose you learn something new every day. I don't care what it takes. This is a huge pain in the ass, but at least it gives us a chance to win. So fine, I'll do it. Basically, we gotta save the world, right? I couldn't say anything back then. I was completely at a loss for words. I couldn't laugh it off like Beryl or brood on it like Kadok. Now when Wodheim's demeanor was so different from what I had expected. Now, while I would like nothing more than to celebrate our reunion, our race is already underway. There is no call for fraternization beyond what is absolutely necessary. By now you should have all connected to your lost belts from your coffins and formed contracts with your servants. What is he holding? Is it just a scepter? I guess I can look. Yeah, it just looks like... That looks like a seeing glass. Do you see that? I've told you all the information I was given. There's nothing more to add. I won't be long now before the disciples of the foreign god arrive. Once they do, I'd like you all to go with them to your respective lost belts. Nobody else knew the truth. None of them had any idea what sort of price he had to pay to give the rest of us in Team A a chance. He could have boasted about it. He could have held it over our heads. Instead, he never even brought it up. I don't understand. None of us would be here if it wasn't for you, Krishtaria. Why didn't you say anything? If you just told them what you did for us, then they would do whatever you say. I see. So you knew, Ophelia. It's simple. I didn't tell them because it's not important for what lies ahead. I want humans to do the best they possibly can. That goes for myself, and it goes for you as well. I finally nailed it down. This guy looks like a Tales of character. Not even specifically, just kind of in general. Though there is a few specific ones that I might be thinking of, but even not really. I don't know. But do you see that? Do you see that? Okay, okay. It took a while for me to be like, what do you look like? Gratitude is nice, but not if it leads to them they're putting less than their full efforts into this endeavor. So don't worry about it. I did that for my sake, not yours. It worked out and I got what I wanted from it. Besides, if one of you ends up surpassing me, that'll make my job easier, right? I risked nothing and stood to gain everything. None of you owe me for anything for it. Krishtaria. That was the moment I knew without a shadow of doubt. Krishtaria Wodheim was different. He always had been. He had been on a whole other level from the rest of us ever since he was born. His mindset, his character, his bearing, all fit for a king. There was simply no other explanation for how he could accomplish something so incredible. Ophelia, you'll be taking Scandinavia. Be very careful when you summon your servant after you get there. Destruction factors heavily into Norse mythology. In such a world, it is when matters appear to be going well that one need to be most on their guard. A good ending for the Norse could be in truth quite a bad ending for us. But then, I suppose I needn't warn you of that. You have your mystic eye, after all. You can see into the future far better than I can. Oh, maybe a little thing, right? We should be more than capable of growing Scandinavia's tree of emptiness to maturity. That's right, the king I swear allegiance to. The god I worship isn't the foreign god at all. This is the man I will serve. If it will help him to realize his ideals, I'll gladly become a crypter. I will. I promise, Lord Kirstaria. Gotta say, I do feel for her a bit. I do, actually. I see. So this is a servant. Your body is made of ether. You might not like how it feels, but try getting used to it. I'm glad you were the one who answered my summon, Dragon Slayer, wielder of Graham. I know it was a special summoning ritual, but it's still fortunate I was able to get you without a catalyst. Maybe it's because of my mother's Nordic bloodline. That certainly seems a far more likely cause than my father's fondness for Richard Wagner. Wagner? Oh, right, sorry, in my world's history, Sigurd and Siegfried are different people. So that makes my mother's bloodline seem even more likely. At any rate, it's nice to meet you, Saber. My name's Ophelia Farmer-Salone. I have to say, I never guessed you would exist in this Lostbelt. I would have thought... You're not wrong. This heroic spirit this body belongs to isn't from this Lostbelt. No, that can't be right. We cryptors are meant to form contracts with a heroic spirit that's tied to our land. Ophelia. I see. Your name's Ophelia Farmer-Salone. That's a lovely name. Farmer-Salone. It puts me in the mind of thrones, a type of angel. If you are to be an angel, then you should serve me as your god. What are you saying, Sigurd? Oh, come on, don't be so cold. You already know who I am. From my perspective, we just met the other day. Is that not true for you? I'll never forget that gaze of yours. The way you looked at me right before my world. My reality was pruned away. I remember looking you right in the eye, Ophelia. Those eyes. You saw me, and I saw you. Rejoice, daughter of humanity. In that moment, our fates were intertwined. Did you really not notice, Ophelia Farmer-Salone? My soul was linked to your unusual mystic eye. It's been hiding inside of you all this time. You did form a contract. I'm the servant you gained in your Lostbelt. Rejoice, Ophelia. Your servant is none other than Surtr, the fiery king of giants himself. No, that can't be right. I'm a master. I know all about the heroic spirits I summon. You're Sigurd, the greatest hero of Scandinavia, heir to Graham the demonic sword. Do not force me to repeat myself. You were referring to the body I possess. Yes, you succeeded at summoning Sigurd, that much is true, but thanks to your mystic eye, I snuck into the summoning spell and melded with his soul. Now I control his entire body. An accidental summoning, no. This would be a multiple simultaneous summon leading to... Now, don't make that face, Ophelia. Go on, smile. Breathe a sigh of relief. I may just be a soul, but I'm still your servant. So I'll be your knight, just like you're my woman. Now, what do you say we seal the deal? Stay back, don't come near me. A command spell? By all means. In fact, that's one of the things I want the most. Go ahead, tie this body down, destroy it. What? That infernal Odin imprisoned my homeland, my foundation. Muspelheim has been left behind in this Lostbelt. I have to get it back. If this body is shattered, my soul will be freed, and I will destroy Odin's prison, and that false son of his will fall. Once that's happened, I'll materialize my true form as the fiery king of giants. The sun? You mean that enormous sun is actually... Yes, my true body. Or rather, the prison Odin built to hold it. Did the mages of proper human history not know? Muspelheim, realm of fire, home to all Muspel, is in fact my own body. It is the endless flame burning with an insatiable hunger for destruction. I will need it to resume Ragnarok, which was so rudely interrupted. Odin's seal was quite solid, but thankfully you saw to that when you released my soul. The rest is easy. I'll escape this shell and my soul will destroy my body's prison from the outside. That prison may be difficult to escape from within, but it is all too vulnerable from the outside. I struck out in a fatal blow after I devoured Fenrir. The Allfather clearly didn't have the strength left to secure my prison from both sides. I suppose I should expect no less from the soul of a great hero. Now that we're meshed together, it'll be difficult to escape this body on my own. It's torturous having to constantly face Sigurd's soul, like standing in a hall of infinite mirrors. It'd be far quicker if I could turn my blade on myself. But failing that, I would be grateful if you would end me, Ophelia. If I kill you, the sun Surtr will fall? Indeed, once I take back my body, I'll resume Ragnarok and this Lostbelt will be the first to burn. From there, I will lay waste to the rest of the planet. I can't wait to show you, Ophelia. Soon you'll get to see my flaming sword. End the entire world. This really goes against her plan, huh? Instead of screaming out in despair, I quickly used a command spell to forbid him from killing or harming himself. I was gonna say, she started without one. Surtr is the king of giants, the destructor of the end time. I can't let him escape Sigurd's body. If he does, everything will burn. It will be the incineration of humanity all over again. No, not quite. His fire would have to extend into the past to match the incineration of humanity. But his fire will burn up everything in the present and leave nothing for tomorrow. All of a sudden, it felt like something was twisting my heart. It hurts. I can feel my body groaning in pain. It's like I'm being hollowed out from the inside. Without warning, I find myself in a terribly precarious situation. Am I doing the right thing? Should I tell Queen Skadi? No, that'd be too much risky. The King of Giants is the god's sworn enemy. I cannot imagine her merciful love extending to him. With every thought, I can feel my body groaning under the pressure. It hurts. Something is interfering with me, with my plans. What should I do? I can't make this call on my own. But what choice do I have? We cryptors can't interact directly. I have to resolve this situation myself. Besides, we're not allies, not really. Once we manage to grow our trees of emptiness and maturity, we'll just end up competing for each other's territory. In the end, there'll only be one territory left. I can't afford to show any weakness. That's why. That concludes my report. I see. You did well to bring this to my attention, Ophelia. Not at all, Lord Krishtaria. Once I determined the danger the situation posed, I thought you should decide how to handle it. I'm a mage. I don't have the same kind of feelings that normal people do. I don't experience love or romance. All I feel is undying loyalty towards those with vastly superior intellects. Krishtaria Wodheim shines brighter than anyone. He isn't afraid of anything. He'll know what to do, I'm sure of it. As long as he shows me the path I need to take, I'm sure I can summon up the courage to follow it. Ophelia Pharmasalon? Yes, Lord Krishtaria? You were right to use a command spell, and the summon you achieved is fascinating. The King of Giants in Norse mythology is a king to a god of destruction. By summoning him, you have in essence summoned an ancient god. You should be proud that you were born to a family devoted to the study of evocation and the summoning arts. Ophelia. Yes? You have gained an exceptional resource to help bring about the reconstruction of humanity. You say Surtr told you he was going to burn the entire planet? Fascinating. I wonder if that would still work on a world that has been wiped clean. At any rate, the data would seem to indicate that you have him fully under your control. As long as you can continue to rein him in without incident, it should be a tremendous asset. Though of course, that does pose considerable risk. Understood. And I shall do my best to live up to your expectations, Lord Krishtaria. From here on, I will address my half-Surtr, half-Sigurd servant as Saber, and turn his power to our cause. Well, that makes sense then. Why she kept calling him Saber. I vow that'll grow my Lostbelt to maturity with his help. That's interesting. Makes sense why she never called him Sigurd. I know I can live up to Lord Krishtaria's hopes. I know I can fight. Building a relationship with a heroic spirit that has a mind of his own. Controlling one's servants. These are key problems every master has to face. I can manage it. That's what I've been training for. I won't fail. I will grow my tree of emptiness to maturity. I'll ensure this Lostbelt continues to flourish alongside the Queen, and the most powerful knight ever to live. The tree continues to grow well. It has been all this time. Everything is going well here, at least it Was. I... Enchanté, Cryptor. I'm a servant from proper human history, the only hero of humanity in all Scandinavia. Hey now, what's the matter? Are you so afraid of mademoiselle? Is she actually catching feelings for him? Holy crap, that'd be something. Oh, we're battling a saber, are we? Well. Let's see here. Okay, you have that on. What does that do? Your overcharge does what? Special damage with heaven or earth. Sounds good to me. Sounds good to me. Alright, we're gonna switch you off. Who's another strong... You know, Robin. Robin does some big meme stuff. Robin is hilarious. So we're gonna take this and we're gonna give you actually yeah, pop that to just massive damage. I'm just gonna should I do that? Nah, we'll keep you at the front. We'll burst at the start. We'll keep we'll try this. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. Let's put you in the middle. Break them up. Okay. Let's see how this thing goes. The false sun is falling. The fiery king of giants returns. That's a sick design. In the book of Genesis, it's written that the creator rested on the seventh day. In this Lostbelt, fire is what comes on the seventh day. Not on the day of rest, but the day of Ragnarok. After Wednesday, Odin's day. After Thursday, Thor's day. And Friday, Freya's day. And after Saturday, Saturn's day. The day of the sun finally arrives. The false sun, the ball of fire glowing in the sky, is falling to the ground instead of remaining aloft. It shakes and cracks the ground, shattering mountains as it shifts and writhes to stand on its feet. In proper human history, this event manifested in the eruption of Mount Katla, but not here. Our myth is this world's reality. Muspelheim, realm of fire, land of flame. The blazing inferno standing in for the true sun in this Lostbelt sky. Now the Muspel's leader, Muspelheim itself, descends upon us. One of the great kings, the one who will cast Twilight's pall far and wide, arrives as a sun gone mad. The only king of giants in all the world, Surtr, and his great flaming sword. Oh, this is sick! Did you say Surtr? Man, you weren't kidding. Figures he'd be a big bugger. I knew the Age of Gods never ended here, but come on. The Fiery King of Giants. The Border's instruments can't even properly measure his magical energy. We can't even tell how far he is from us either. It's not clear whether he's way out there or... It's no use, I can't even get a clear visual on him. It could be some sort of heat mirage or something. Either way, it's impossibly hot. Make sure you stay behind me, Master. I'll get my Mystic Code ready. I strongly advise you keep your distance, Mr. Tanner. Mystic Code may have been outfitted to accommodate Russia's extreme cold, but it's not so nearly effective against extreme heat. Make sure to remain where Miss Kira Light can protect you. Holmes, you're healed, thank goodness. Absolutely. I've had plenty of rest. It was nice to fall asleep without anything on my mind for once. I was, of course, absolutely jacked up on painkillers, like holy shit. I couldn't feel anything. But I also can't deny that it was dreadfully dull. You have to inform me of your recent escapades when we have the time. This is really the time to just be idly chatting with each other. The temperatures outside the border is skyrocketing even as we speak. It's something shocking that giants and the like exist here, but now we find out they have a king. There's no telling how many reports after right now, assuming anyone ever believes them. Granted, it's not as though we're making any of this up, but once this Lostbelt disappears, my credibility, these reports are going to have to disappear along with it. Oh, hello, Mr. Grodolph. I see you're finally beginning to understand some of the problems Caldy has been facing this entire time. Perhaps now you may understand why, at first blush, our first reports from the singularities may have seemed so preposterous.
Never mind that now. We're in danger. Get the hell out of here right away. It's getting well to tell while it's fire, but I don't think the giant is as far away as he looks.
Right about that, Monsieur Director. I got a feeling he's way closer than you think. Hey, King of Giants, Surtr, right? You're not just gonna go away on your own, are you? Am I right to assume you're our enemy? Of course. I can hear him. No, wait. He's communicating telepathically via magecraft. Here he comes. You two keep Burnhild safe. Focus on defense, please. Yes, Master. Or next maximum output. Switching over to defensive mode. I sure hope that means you get your defense up back. I can't believe you're so collected, even after seeing that. I'm impressed, Mash. You really are amazing. It's dangerous out here, Ophelia Farmer Salone. Please hurry inside the castle while the King of Giants' attention is focused on them. Nortland, you go on ahead. This is my mess. I need to be the one who cleans it up. Ophelia! Are we battling him? Are we going to be battling him right now? We're actually... Okay. Concerned. I am a concerned ape right now. Oh my god, that's cool! Holy crap, that's rad! Oh, it's so cool! Okay, well... Well, you got it going right away, huh, buddy? I'm gonna pop this on, just see what you get. Noble Phantasm up, don't mind if I do. Boy. Well, let's just do a full combo. I should have probably looked. Okay, that's mental debuff and attack probably gives burns, which makes sense. That was good. Good damage. I love it zooming into literal nothingness. Staff destruction. So spreading fire, not fun. Inflict burn to a single enemy during your normal attack supply special. Oh! He gets bonus damage to divine. Interesting. Interesting. Pop this on. And we're gonna go like this. How much you getting back, dude? Not bad. Monster strength. Really? You're screaming about Ophelia? Interesting. Didn't expect that gonna be real. Okay. So he doesn't have a Noble Phantasm. So if we just want to survive, we can pop these. Which is probably for the best right now, because, you know, we want to survive. See if we can get that 50% there with him. That'd be nice if we could. We'll go 1, 2, 3. Let's see. Nice. He's just like, He's like barely registering it, huh? We got another super going. We can definitely do that with him. In fact, let's do that while we can. And let's go 1, 2, 3. Do as much as you can right now, buddy. I'm gonna take a bet. It's either break the first gauge or break the second gauge. I don't think we'll be battling him now. It just feels too soon. It's also not playing unique music, which it normally seems to do, you know? Oh, that fire damage sucks. Okay, don't kill Chloe. Don't kill Chloe. Thank you. Okay. Alright, Chloe. Time to do some big girl damage. Oh, nice. That was a lot. So close. Everyone's gonna die here. Okay, goodbye. Well. Alright, I'm not gonna use a super. God, Robin, you're ready for this, huh? You got that chill mood ready to go, huh? Alright, let's start with this just to get meter in case there's another round. Alright, we broke that. Oh, that's a lot! I didn't really need subtitles for that, but alright. Okay, well. Well, it's there's a lot that's happening. Okay. I'm not done yet. Oh, jeez, you're on fire. I fended off the first wave of Surtr's onslaught, but I'm afraid this heat and pressure are so intense that your next is designed to be fire resistant. It should be able to hold up in the face of extreme heat from the natural world, but it was never designed to withstand being submerged in lava. You're lucky you're still standing. If not for all this snow and ice infused with magical energy, you'd be a goner. After all, he's...
Indeed. He may not be quite as hot as a star, but he's quite close. And there's something else disturbing about him. Beware of his noble phantasm. He hasn't even used it! Surtr's flaming sword is a divine construct born from a planet. It prioritizes life forms over all else. Not even a deity from the age of gods could survive it.
Oh la la, you should be proud, you two. We're still standing tall after facing off with a being that kills entire worlds. Hey Surtr, I figured a god killer would be way more impressive, but so far you've been a big letdown. You're nothing compared to the despair my Grand Armée and I felt in winter.
Winter, you say? All that I have for you is fire.
Thank you. Here comes the second wave. Keep that shield up. Yes, Master, I won't lose, even if we're up against a divine construct. Position secured with a bunker bolt, assuming defensive formation.
Out of my way.
A blinding light fills my vision. Light. No, it's not just light, it's heat. Flickering heat that reduces everything it touches to ash. If this were truly a divine construct, there's nothing that could be done against it. At least that's what I think. Senpai! Senpai! And yet I saw her. I saw a warrior standing up to a sword forged by gods with a man-made shield. I saw her push beyond her limits to wield that heavy shield, even as her arms and legs shook with the effort. And I knew it was time for me to make my stand. My spirit core may be damaged. Wait, what? Wait. But as long as I can move, I have a chance to atone for my sins. You two. It seems this body of mine is... Oh, he's alive! Oh, shoot! It seems this body of mine has caused you a great deal of trouble. And so I have no choice but to use it to make amends. My ultimate technique is ready. Demonic Sword of the Sun, now is time for you to wreak destruction. Bolverker Grab! Cool, but could you have maybe been an archer to deal a bit more damage? That's all I'm saying, man. Would have been cool. That's fine. Hurrah! And? Huzzah! Alright, we're continuing on. Let's do this.
Fire walked the earth. Here in this Lostbelt, a place nearly devoid of life, a giant strode about the land like a conquering king. Onward he walked, never straying from his path towards the Lostbelt's fiery northern mountains. He is the king of the giants, the king of fire. The giants that gather at his feet are crushed beneath his heels. The ice beasts drawn to his light are melted in an instant. He is a lofty king. Though he may carry me on his shoulder, I am well aware there is no one who can truly be close to him. There is nothing else that can view the world from his great height. No, that may not be quite true any longer. My mystic eye can see it. An enormous tree beyond the fiery mountains stretching towards the heavens. A figure just as imposing as the king of giants. The tree of emptiness. I can't reach Lord Krishtaria. Surtr's magical energy must be jamming our signal. What do you think of this situation? I see no cause for concern. I have high hopes for you, Ophelia. Yes, that's what he'd say. Hi, are you just here? You again. I'm surprised to see you outside the castle. Do I look a complete fool to you now? Yes, I'm sure I do. I'd probably laugh too if I saw myself now. Huh? I'm sorry, I can't tell what you're saying. I have some facility in, some faculty in lip reading, but it's not helpful when you speak a language I do not know. I guess you really are from a foreign planet. Dang. Dumbass. I can hardly freaking believe she's a crypter too. Not one damn bit like the other one. This one's just a stupid little girl who can't bear to let go of her ladyhood. She might as well be carrying a cracked jar of oil into a bonfire. It's as stupid as a maiden walking along the shore barefoot. Between her and the queen, there isn't a single woman here who can tell a good man when she sees one. Screw this. I can see where it's going, so I'm just gonna go back to the temple. And you fox woman? Good question. This silvery world is pretty enough that it would have made for a nice ski resort. But with that giant here, any chance at NFF services making a profit just went up in smoke. I think I'll be on my way shortly, too. I want to see how Ophelia's story ends before I leave. So being able to flit about as you like makes it easy for you to park your fat ass wherever you go, huh? Should have known. Oh, would you please spare me the slanderous crudities? I'll have you know my ass isn't the slightest bit fat. It's petite, thank you very much. Lame. Give me a big booty. Big booty Koyanskaya. Gotta say, though, I'm disappointed in Queenie here. Can't believe she's just sitting back and letting Surtr get resurrected like this. Then again, she did marry Njordthor, god of the sea in proper human history. Must not be as smart as she pretends. I'm afraid you have it backwards, Canis. Look at it this way. Surtr was just that much of a blind spot for her. He represented something so antithetical to her worldview that she couldn't conceive of his existence. This Lostbelt was finished the moment she lost the ability to consider that much. What do you think was pruned away? It's like an insect who couldn't even tell it was being exterminated. That said, I doubt Her Majesty would have done anything about Surtr even if she learned about his relationship to Sigurd. I mean, she's just the sort to sit back and let nature take its course. Or does she just pity the crypter? Indeed, I imagine the Queen feels quite compelled to keep herself in check, so as to be responsible with her overwhelming power. I suppose it's an admirable enough quality for a human. But sadly, she doesn't seem to have realized that that way of thinking limited what her Scandinavia could do as well. Anyway, none of that is my business, and I'm more than happy to keep it that way. Snarr! That's about enough chit-chat. I've got all the goodies I came for, so I'll be on my merry way. The next time we meet will be on the sea, won't it, Canis? When we do, I expect some rare and valuable merch that can't be found anywhere on land, heart. There she goes. As if I give your fat ass the time of day. Besides, the fact that you're irreplaceable just means you'll be on your way out sooner than you realize. I wouldn't assume every Lostbelt is on your side if I were you, pet. Pet? Oh, there's things here that make me curious. We're still alive? Senpai! He deflected the fire with his demonic sword. Oh, you're just I thought your attack killed you. Okay. Seems the King of Giants has disappeared towards the northern mountains. First and foremost, I'm glad to see you're all safe. I think you may already know who I am, but let me introduce myself properly. I am a warrior and wielder of the demonic sword Graham. I'm the son of Sigmund and Hjordis, and I have manifested in this Lostbelt as a Saber. My true name is Sigurd, and I'm glad I was able to protect you. I only wish I had been able to resist Surtr's control of my body more than once. Sigurd? So back then, was that you? Yeah, when the eyes turned blue for a moment. I guess this is what they call a hero's pride. But I thought you died when Surtr was freed.
He did. Sigurd's body would surely have fallen apart had someone not been there to hold it together. Am I correct in that assumption, Ortland, last remaining commander of the Valkyries?
Yes, I used the rune to help him. It was also sudden that I did not expect it to work. But fortunately, the damage was not as extensive as I believed. It almost seemed to me as if the wounds on his body had somehow rewound. Rewound? Did Ophelia do that? I took advantage of that opportunity to keep his spirit core intact, though only just. Unfortunately, I have already exceeded my own output limits. I am afraid I will only last a few seconds more at best. I was able to wield my sword one last time thanks to you. For that, you have my deepest gratitude. No need to thank me. I didn't help you for your sake. If you truly are a hero, then please help my sister. That's all I want. You have my word, and once again, you have my gratitude. Phew. In Odin's name, by the rune's guidance, I ask that you awaken my love. Brunhild, my love and my eternal executioner, please open your eyes. I promise I'll hold your spirit origin together. Your spirit core may be damaged like mine, but I hope you will open your eyes nonetheless, even just a little. You mustn't. Please don't come near me. I'm the one destined to kill you. I can try to resist the madness, but I fear my body may move to kill you on its own. So please stay away. Hush, just for now. I knew it. It really was someone else earlier, wasn't it, Sigurd? Yes. It's really you. You are the man, the hero I fell in love with. If only that were true. Then and now I've shown myself to be too much of a fool to be your hero. No, you haven't. You protected me. If it hadn't been for you, Surtr's fiery sword would have killed me. You protected the Shield Maiden, the Emperor, and the boy fighting to save humanity. You kept this world's hope alive. Of course. I could never have done it with what little strength I had alone, though. Her help was crucial. Which is also why your spear has yet to pierce me, despite our coming face to face. It's all thanks to her godly power. Is he talking about... who? Indeed. If Surtr had brought his flaming sword down in earnest, my castle and all of Scandinavia would have been razed to the ground. And of course, I absolutely refuse to abide men and women killing each other. I see you have all suffered at least some manner of injury. It has been a very, very long time since I saw brave warriors putting themselves to the hazard in combat. This may have been inevitable with Odin's protection weakened, but my negligence is also blamed for reaching this dire stage. Chaldeans, Sigurd, Brunhild, and you, the archer whose name escapes me. You fought well, my children. I commend your bravery and valor. I will not let you die just yet. You may all enter my castle. Come with me. Ophelia. Fow! Yeah, I know. It's about time I stepped up. She's gonna be my GF no matter what. Hey, let's go. Mystery class, huh? Who could we be fighting? Who could we be fighting? We can grab ourselves a... Merlin's always welcome. We'll go with our Just Strong team. We'll stick with what works, you know? We'll stick with what works, for sure. Maybe switch you off to you just in case, because you also work very good. You're very strong. And we'll give you that. Okay. Let's see what happens. I have no clue what we're facing. Could be anything. With their masks gone, the giants began an all-out assault to destroy what little life remained. Uh-oh. Uh-oh! Did we learn who was putting up the wards here? I don't think we did. I knew it. The giants are headed towards the village. There were always a few stragglers wandering around the snowfields and mountains, but there's never been so many gathered around the village like this before. What's going on? Is this the goddess's will? They're so loud and close. Are we going to be okay? They're not going to break through the walls, are they? The envoys will protect us. The goddess will make her glory known. There's nothing to worry about, everyone. Let's just all pray together. Lady Mash, Mr. Tanner, Mr. Napoleon Fu, wherever you are, I hope the giants haven't squashed you. Oh, don't worry. One is trying to. We're not going to let him. I have sent all the envoys to the villages. Unfortunately, with their masks gone, not only do the giants no longer hear my voice, they now resonate with Surtr. If their power approaches its height during the Age of Gods, the village's protections can only last so long. I will do my best to ensure they remain intact for at least half a day, but anything more than that will be quite difficult. Setting that aside, I never expected to see Surtr again. My apologies for interrupting, Your Majesty. I am Sherlock Holmes of Chaldea. Let me begin by offering you my most sincere thanks for treating our injured personnel. For that matter, it is safe to say they would not even have survived Surtr's attack had it not been for your help. Right. We should all thank her for saving us. Thanks, Queenie. I'm glad we're fighting the same enemy now. You have my thanks. Thank you. Thank you, Skahawk. You even restored the Ortonax and its components. Foo-foo-foo! I can't believe you're being so nice to us. Pay it no mind. It's about time you all understood. I am your mother. All in Scandinavia are my children. I have decided to love you with all that entails. As my children, all you need to do is accept my grace. Even if I am only one of the old gods, as that irritating Wodime would say. We're most grateful for your mercy. Now, would you mind if I asked you a few questions? I would like to gain as clear an understanding of the situation as possible in order to better determine our next course of action. Very well. Ask what you will. Thank you, Your Majesty. To begin, I presume that the fire in the northern mountains comes from Surtr. That is correct. Are they embers? Embers? I believe he means the embers of Ragnarok. Now I get it. It would depend on your perspective. I see. Hold up. Excuse me, I'm sorry to interrupt, but may we ask you something, Holmes? Yes, Miss Carolite, Mr. Tanner. Does that mean, Holmes, did you know about Surtr all along? I was at best 20% certain. Giving voice to my suspicions at that point would only cause confusion, which is why I refrained from doing so. But I was certain that the man who attacked the Shadowborder was not truly Sigurd, even if I was unable to convey that information at the time. That said, I am at fault with regard to the fire in the mountains. My apologies. I should have found a way to tell you about their true nature sooner. Or at least manage to warn you of Surtr's involvement here. I wouldn't beat yourself up too badly for it. Under the circumstances, you were lucky to survive Sigurd, the fake Sigurd's attack. Having said that, there's one thing about you that I'm not exactly pleased about. You always either say too much or not enough.
Oh, yes, that is certainly true. Well, nonetheless, technical advisor, much as I agree that everyone should strive for accuracy of the information conveyed, even in battle, we can't expect it always to be possible to do so.
Well, if you're going to take Holmes' side, I guess there's nothing more to discuss. That's how you do things, right, Gordy? You don't expect people to deliver more than they're capable of, do you?
I'm deeply ashamed. I can't tell you how sorry I am for the trouble of my ineptitude has caused.
Why are you so hard on yourself, sage of proper human history? The fire in those mountains is a testament to my weakness. Even with the power Odin bestowed upon me, I have been unable to rid my land of twilight.
Is that?
It is something of a long story. Please lend me your ears.
I mean, hey, no battles. That's what we do.
It was 3,000 years ago, the twilight of the gods. Ragnarok, the battle destined to bring an end to the Age of Gods, was upon us. It should have begun and ended just as it did in proper human history. But here, Surtr rampaged unchecked, and everything went awry. Surtr, the Dark One. He inherited Ymir's destructive side above all else. The first giant whose name was all but erased from proper human history. As the fiery king of giants, he was the strongest in all of Muspelheim, which also made him its ruler. He was meant to trigger Ragnarok, ending the Norse Age of Gods and paving the way for the future. But in this Lostbelt, he did not care for his destined fate. Refusing to be content with ending the Norse Age of Gods, he wanted to bring about a true end, cataclysm to end the world entirely. From there, things continued to spiral. Next came... Vanagander Fenrisulfur, perhaps better known as the Icy Fenrir, the fearsome wolf of ruin whose breath could freeze anything in its path. Though I am told it is not mentioned in either Eddas or the Volsanaga saga in proper human history, he was a great monster whose bones, muscles, and heart turned to ice after it had eaten half of Niflheim. It was Fenrir who was originally supposed to kill Odin. But when Fenrir let down his guard to swallow the sun, Surtr set upon him. He killed Fenrir, tore him to pieces, and consumed him. Having gained the wolf's power, Surtr went on to kill Loki, the other gods, and even the other of the giants' kings. He then attempted to connect his true body, Muspelheim itself, to the sky, through the hole left by the sun's vacancy. By doing so, he hoped to bring twilight not only to the gods, but to the entire world. He destroyed each of the Norse world's 9 realms, and attempted to burn down the very planet. The flames were devastating. Odin and the remaining gods banded together to try and prevent this unthinkable ending, but they could not win against Surtr. However, they were able to fight him to a stalemate. Though the gods were completely destroyed, Odin was able to seal away Muspelheim away with one final rune, leaving it hanging in the sky as a false sun. As for myself, Odin combined me with Skahak, a woman with whom I shared a fateful bond, in order to draw Surtr's eye away from the gods he was meant to kill. Now I am all that remains of the gods, me, and the primordial runes that Odin entrusted to my care. It was horrific. Surtr's rampage left much of the land ablaze. The blood that poured onto the ground from the many wounds the god inflicted upon him erupted into flames, and remained ablaze. Those flames consumed countless lives. It fell to me to protect what few remained. Once Ragnarok had truly concluded, there would be little point in ushering in the age of humanity without any humans. I turned the vast majority of my power toward extinguishing the flames that threatened to consume this world and all life on it. And so I blanketed this land in snow and ice laden with magical energy, thus creating safe havens that the surviving giants could not touch in order to give humans an opportunity to live their lives. I put masks on the giants infused with my magical energy, placing them under the authority I gained from my father, the great Thadsi. I then produced several hundred envoys using the 3 surviving Valkyries as a base. With his true body sealed away within the false sun, Surtr became ineffectual as a divine spirit. Though he continued to exist in this world, he no longer had any power over it. Peace returned to Scandinavia. Oh, whoa, hey, I messed up that name. Scandinavia. And so began a new age that was never meant to be. An age where the last god, a handful of people, a scattering of giants, and a few Valkyries all eked out to a quiet coexistence. From there, an impossible 3,000 years came to pass. A great tree extended its roots down from space, and Ophelia appeared before me, calling herself a cryptor. I presume you are aware of what transpired after that. She told me that she must grow the tree in order for this world to survive. She was quite helpful to me, which I did appreciate. But that is beside the point. I never suspected the knight that accompanied her was harboring the soul of my sworn enemy. Oh, you're mad! I don't think she meant for this to happen. I believe this was likely a summoning accident of some kind. No doubt she used a summoning system identical to Chaldea's to materialize Sigurd's heroic spirit, and a foreign entity happened to make its way into the mix. By foreign entity, I take it you mean Surtr. Wait, I've got it. It's her mystic eye. Indeed. I imagine Surtr must have used it as a catalyst. That eye is meant for seeing possibilities, after all. She must have caught sight of a lost history, a phenomenon that would have been impossible in proper human history at some point. To say she saw Surtr's soul of all things. Oh, Ophelia Farmer Sloane. If you had to see something, why could it have not been me? How dreadfully unfortunate. But regardless, the fact remains that Surtr, my sworn enemy, has returned to my land. And now he will stop at nothing to finish what he began, to merge with Muspelheim, and bring about the end of all things. If nothing is done to stop him, he will burn Scandinavia to the ground. His flames will devour all life, all matter of heat will coalesce into one great fire, and reduce everything to smoke and ash. If that happens, there's no telling what effect it might have on the outside of this Lostbelt. You do need to go through void space to escape a Lostbelt, so I don't think the fire would leak out, but I can't be entirely certain. It's worth noting that he does still have our compass, too, the paper moon, I mean. Your Majesty, might I propose an alliance? Well, the enemy of my enemy might not necessarily be my friend. I do believe our chance of defeating Surtr would improve considerably by working together. What do you say, Skahak, my fair Andurris? You would issue commands to a god, heroic spirit? Respectfully, of course. You are a heroic spirit, are you not? What a joke. A human ghost, a mere shadow telling me what to do? Ordinarily, I would pay no mind to what a being such as you had to say. But in your particular case, I sense wisdom in those beautiful eyes. You remind me of Baldur, a god of light. Seriously? My queen, what are you saying? Pay it no heed, I was merely joking. This heroic spirit's eyes may be wise, but they are also somewhat clouded. Even gentle Baldur would surely object to such a comparison. Nonetheless, I have made my decision. Heroic spirit, I shall love you as...
Where did that come from? I didn't touch anything, technical advisor.
It's not always about you, Director. Everything's working fine, it's just the emergency alert. I take it you feel that too, Monsieur Frey? Demonic sword wielder? Frey? Does that mean evil? Unless I'm wrong. Frey. Okay, so I'm going to type it in. French Frey? Am I right? No, true. True, right. Alright, right. You put V or F on French tests, right. Of course I know that. Of course, I'm a French teacher. Indeed, something approaches from the sky, Brynhild. Right. I see it. There's a massive magical energy flying towards us from the northern mountains. Wait, are all our instruments working now? I simply adjusted my snow and ice to accommodate them. The nerve interrupting a god. Dare to sully my castle any further, and my patience will... Uh-oh, well, there it is. Oh, it's one of you! Another one of those? Hostile detected. It's the same species we encountered on Mount Gladhopigan, Master. What the frick are these things? What are they? What are they? I hope we learn. Because otherwise I'm confused. I am enjoying a coffee now. What are you guys doing here? Get out of here. Get out. Get out. It's not your time, dude. We need to get rid of you. Hey, go away. I always forget to put on the Protea. It's okay. We'll do it again. Don't hit her. I said don't hit her. How dare you? That's fine. Okay. Alright, let's go. 1, 2, 3. There we go. Okay. Wow, that didn't do it. Okay, here we go, and let's go. Let's try and get Merlin going with his combos. Because if we get that healing going, that's going to be good. Alright, this guy's a caster, right? Oh, there's 2 of them!
2 of them!
Okay, pop an attack up. And we're gonna go 1, 2... 1, 2... Yeah, it's just... Well, I mean, stars are also useful, so we'll do this. Sure. I love that super flick. Okay. A little bit of this. Let's get them up. Okay. Can you just hit Protea, please? Please. Thank you. That. Let's go with this. A Buster up. We'll put that on you. Max HP plus. That's redonkulous. She doesn't need more. That's fine. We'll go 1, 2, 3, and let's see how it goes. Let's get the big damage. Oh, sound glitch. It's been a while since we got you, buddy. I'll definitely make sure to reset the game after this so that we don't have to worry about it. Yeah, because, especially because we're going to bosses and stuff. Alright. And here we go. We don't get to hear her make her happy noises. Doesn't even play the subtitles. Dang. That sucks. Well. Alright. Goodbye. Alright. Gilly, what's up, dude? Let's do this. Just for good damage sake. Nice. Okay. God, that HP. God, these silly amounts of HP you can get with her. And this'll finish it off. Goodbye. Little ice cream cone nobodies. You didn't do much, dude, but alright. You would be happy. You would be screaming about that even if you did nothing. After this, I'm gonna close the app and reopen it. That's for sure. Is it done? Are we good? Okay, good. Now I can go like this. Just yeet it out the window. And actually, because it's 9 o'clock, we're gonna have to see. It might actually be like surprise maintenance, but we'll have to see. Well, it didn't do it there. It didn't do it. So let's hope. Okay. Now we just need to wait for it to load. Alright. Actually, considering the time change, I might actually be in 10 minutes. Oh, yeah. Because, you know, daylight savings happened. I hate daylight savings. Yeah, 9 minutes left. Yep, that's for sure. Okay. This is going to absolutely kick us out before the battle, I bet, but that's fine. I mean, if it works, it works. Give us someone with the gain. We'll go with you. Yep. Again, like, this teamwork's pretty good, so I'm gonna use it. How much are you left, dude? Oh my god, we might get it. We might get it soon. We're so close. We're so close. Now, what are these things? Wow, they just keep on coming. Are these the seeds? They were talking about seeds. Are these the seeds? What the hell are these things? Why, there's so damn many. At least they're satisfying to shoot, but still. Repulsive. There's something indecent about these creatures. They have no regard for their own lives. Indeed, they are infused with vast amounts of magical energy. I doubt these creatures are the product of a normal ecosystem. We have more of them coming through a hole in the ceiling. There's a second and a third. They certainly aren't shaped like any ordinary creature. Could they perhaps be about phantasmals? As they have just appeared now, perhaps they were originally some sort of plant that has been transformed into Surtr's kin. On second thought, most likely. How dare you? What possible reason could you seeds have for barging into my castle, now that I've connected myself to the Tree of Emptiness? Seeds, that's it. I'm analyzing the data now. They are seeds from the Tree of Emptiness. I can't believe it, even the seeds are autonomous and capable of fighting. I was willing to turn a blind eye to the occasional stray seed, but how dare you damage my castle? This transgression will not stand. I, the king of this Lostbelt, command you to die. They look like seeds, actually. Oh, they laugh? Hi there. Of course they're not going to self-destruct on your command. Haven't you noticed your connection to them has been severed? I suppose I'll have to help you out a bit, seeing as you're evidently helpless by yourself. Wow. Sheer frost, huh? Sheer cold. Ilya. Oh, nice work. So that's what a Divine Spirit's Magecraft can do, huh? If it isn't Freya. It's Ilya's stepmother. Didn't you just hear Mash call me that? I suppose you are right. Freya would never allow herself to wield ice and snow as I do. Regardless, I must commend you. You did well to escape my dungeon. I should have expected as much from my daughter in proper human history, my companion's beloved child. I could have escaped whenever. The only reason I didn't is because I knew you'd go all out to seal me away again, this time for good if I did. I was just passing the time when I heard a big commotion coming from inside the castle. At first I thought you were fighting everyone else after finally defeating Surtr, but I was wrong. What happened? I thought you were supposed to be the Queen of Scandinavia. Did you not notice that Ophelia cut your connection to the Tree of Emptiness? So it would seem that certainly explains why they did not obey my order to self-destruct. So basically, it's Rush all over again, huh? Let me get this straight. Up till now, the Queen's been connected to the Tree of Emptiness, but with her connection severed now, the Cryptor's trying to make Surtr the new Lostbelt King by connecting him to it instead? Madness. There's no telling what sort of disaster may ensue if Surtr were to absorb the tree's power for himself. Though I see you seem to have some idea, Your Majesty. Indeed I do. To begin with, he would no doubt raze Scandinavia to the ground in but a single breath. The flaming sword he wields is a blade forged by the planet. Its sole purpose is to rend the age of gods asunder, to wipe it from the face of the earth. Should it be successful, it will not leave anything, it will leave nothing behind. It is that powerful a weapon. A divine construct. A noble phantasm on par with Rongominiad. On top of that, he's still got the paper moon, which means it's even more likely his destruction could reach the outside. Assuming his magical energy and spiritual rank increase to that degree, Your Majesty, would you tell us where the Tree of Emptiness is located? The northern zone. The Tree of Emptiness took root beyond the Fire Mountains. Though of course I have been using my ice and snow crystals to hide it from view. I see. So he was in Magecraft-based optical camouflage and jamming its magical energy signal all at once. No wonder we were unable to locate the Tree of Emptiness once we arrived in this Lostbelt. Very well. Now that we have dealt with those intruders, would you be so kind as to give us an answer to my earlier proposal, Queen Skahak Skadi? Yes, I suppose I should. I don't want to rush you, Your Majesty, but we're kind of short on time. Yes, that is true. With things as they are now, I suppose there is little alternative. Enemies of mine sworn enemy, humans and heroic spirits of proper human history, I accept your proposal. Our alliance, however, will be a temporary one, do not forget that. And one more thing, do not enter into this alliance with the intent to hold anything back at all. Remember, Surtr defeated Odin himself. You must kill a killer of gods. You should appreciate the incredible difficulty of this particular task, is that clear? You're too kind, Your Majesty. What a coup! Now my new Grand Armaziv's got its own goddess and queen. Foo-foo-foon! I see. You're happy about this too, huh, Pupper? Come on, Pravit. Celebrate with me. It's a once-in-a-lifetime chance. It's not every day you get to kill a god slayer alongside a goddess and a great hero. With a lineup like this, we can't possibly lose. And a good thing, too. One Waterloo is more than enough. Trusting you two to handle the vanguard. Sound good? Certainly. I shall do my utmost to clear a path for you. As will I. We shall be your blades until our spirit cores and spirit origins finally crumble apart. Rest assured, I will never fall to heartless flame. Oh la la, I'm falling in love with you all over again. Please don't. Really, you mustn't, Emperor. Sigurd is right here beside me. I can hardly blame him, given your beauty. But I must warn you, Emperor, you will never win her heart. It already belongs to me. Aww. Can't compete with that. Maybe it's a sign I gotta focus on my main squeeze. Foo-foo, cow! Be warned, while I've used my runes to hold your spirit cores together, the bonds are still fragile. If you expend all your magical energy in battle, they will once again crumble. That's awful. Please do not concern yourself with us, Lady Mash. The existence of servants is a brief, fleeting one. Once our task is done, it is our fate to disappear. Both Bernhild and I are well aware of that. Let our bodies be your sword. Let our bodies be your strength. Lord Tanner, we may not have forged official contracts with you, but as our temporary master, our blades are yours to wield for humanity as you see fit. Thanks for helping us, you two. It looks like we're all on the same page. What a relief. If you dug in your heels, I was worried I'd have to fight you myself, and that one or both of us might end up dead. But for now, the enemy of my enemy is my friend. I'm sure we can get along until this is all over, right, stepmother? Yes, I suppose we can. Seems we have a chance to test how well we can fight together sooner than expected. Ho-ho! Cells detected, giants. There's a whole bunch of ones heading your way from underground. Must be the red giants that were chained up. These guys might be old hat by now. Private, right, Private? Yeah, they're nothing. I'm seeing multiple mooseples. They appear to be the ones who are being kept underneath the castle. But there's something different about their heads. They're not wearing the masks anymore. Surtr's power must have broken them. Now they no longer heed commands from my bloodline. Very well then, I shall assist in dealing with them myself. What was that? Oh, you just killed one. That's one down. We have multiple hostiles in the area. Master permission to engage the enemy. Yeah, let's do this quickly and get after Surtr. Understood. You're getting good at giving out orders, Private. Remind me to give you a medal once these guys are toast. That's 3! We're at 3 medals so far. Very well, let us begin. Are we good? Did we make it in time? It is 9:59 right now. I think we made it in time. I think we made it in time. Let's see. Let's see. Did we do it? 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 Did we make it in time? No, the time just went over. Uh-oh. Okay, we made it. Okay. Okay. As soon as this battle ends, though, we're going to be switching up. Oh, what did you give out? Oh, just quick up? Oh, quick up, huh? That's not bad for a certain somebody here. That's actually real good. Yeah, people have told me Dante's and double Skahak Skadi is like the go-to broken team, apparently. So that's good to know about. Okay, so let's go. A little bit of this. Cute. I wish that crit. Oh, I need to put on the thing. I'm stupid every time. Okay, and let's go. A little bit of this. Okay. Alright, and let's go. Oh, let's do a full combo with this. Why not? Full Protea combo. Finish him off. Okay. Two moose pulls, that's it? Oh wow, that's their faces, huh? Cool. It's kind of cool. Kind of rad. Piece of single. How much? Works for me. There we go. And let's go 1, 2, 3. Alright. Do as much as you can. I love how as soon as this battle ends, too, though, we're going to be swooped back out to the menu. Okay, I really want to see that on Surtr, though. I really want to see what that looks like on Surtr. I think they were cooler with the masks, actually. I'm gonna be real. Okay, let's go. Defense down. Increase quick card up. Put that on you. Grab some stars, my man. Grab some meter gain. Do everything. Be the cool guy. Go ham. Nice, that's what I wanted. Okay. Okay. Well. No, oh. There we go. That works. That should be enough. He hates it. Nice. Nice, 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 nice. I don't know what you're saying, but it sounds cute. It's adorable. And here it goes. Kicked out to the main menu. Am I right, gamers? Am I right? Am I right? Wow. I guess I'm not. Maybe it'll be after this. The battle in the castle is over. That would seem to be the last of the giants who are dwelling in the underground. Now hurry up and get on the border. We're waiting for the other side of the bridge. Waiting on the other side. Understood. Foo foo! So I guess this means the queen was forcing the giants to obey her all this time, rather than them having submitted willingly. But then, if she did have them under her control, why did they go around attacking Mash and Tanner the moment they laid eyes on them? I assume those masks were only able to provide enough control for her to prevent them from attacking the villages. In which case, they would not have stopped the giants from homing in on any heat source that happened to wander into their field of view. I gotcha. That's why the villages were safe to live in. And since you don't have to leave your village to survive here, I guess it all works out. Your Majesty thought this stuff through more than I thought. This world couldn't have lasted for 3,000 years otherwise, especially since it sounds like most of it had burned to the ground. Keeping each village population to 100 people must have been a restriction intended to ensure life could continue here. I mean, the queen even made those conifer trees out of ice with her magical energy. There isn't that much food to go around. You had to be strong to survive in Russia, but here, being strong is a death sentence. The only way to survive in this world is to stay weak and live your life inside the confines of your village. But that is neither here nor there. Come on, everyone. We've got to get ready to welcome back Mash Tanner, the heroic spirits, and Her Majesty herself.
Welcome, divine spirits, sir. Get all of them on a vehicle under my command. Very well, under these circumstances, I suppose there's nothing to do but accept that my report will likely fill a volume or two.
Where'd that idea come from? We got nothing but free time or something?
Don't be ridiculous. If I come to be recognized as a great author once we restored humanity, the musics would end up becoming lords. After all, it's the mark of an excellent leader to plan for what happens following the battle's end.
Now you're throwing shade at Napoleon? There's no way you could ascend to lordship without the clout to go head-to-head with the policies and the aristocracy. Now get your head out of the clouds and get your ass in a chair.
What would you say to me? How do you know so much about...
I do beg your pardon, Mr. Meteor, but would you mind hurrying along with our travel preparations? Though they may appear to be moving slowly, the giant's footsteps cover an astonishing amount of ground. What Holmes said. Now come on, let's pick up the pace so we can catch up quickly. All set, then let's kill ourselves some giants. That's kind of a rad thing to say. It's kind of cool. Now are we back to the main menu? Let's see. Yep. Yep. We'll see what happens here. Well, that didn't say maintenance, though, and that's the important thing, right? Because if it was maintenance, I would not be a happy camper, because I'm kind of invested. Wow, we got a big... well, I was going to say a big update, but it took no time to update at all. At all. Probably because of the new, interludes, right? I bet you that's what it is. Which, I won't be doing because I have none of them. Oh, collapsed snow road. Thank you. I'll take that. I'll take that. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Let's go to the main menu and just see what's up here. Anything else new? Interlude tracking. Interlude campaign. AP is half for interludes. That's fine. I'm not too worried about that. Yeah, I have none of those characters, so we're all good. How are we doing for summoning, by the way? I should check on that. I should also be making sure I'm getting my free summons in. 13, okay. Let's get that going. Might as well. Oh, and I gotta do them anyways, so let's do that. Okay. Alright. Okay. Well, let's finish up this last node. Oh, we got multiple types, huh? Okay, well. I'm just gonna stick with giving me these. Although, do we want Zulang instead? That's you know what? It's probably better to get a Merlin just for the fact that Merlin can give us hero creation. How we doing? So close. It'll definitely be next episode. Calling it now. Why are we using this lump of metal for transport? That seems terribly inefficient. The heroic spirits would reach our destination far more quickly with a flight rune or a speed rune. Foo! We determined this was the best course of action under the circumstances, Your Majesty. Totally, the giants are way more aggressive now, and we've got a tree of emptiness seeds falling from the sky. Flying would make us easy targets for the giants lobbing ice boulders, and fleeing on foot would open us up to getting picked off individually. Here in the border, it's much easier to attack and defend at once. For example, the Emperor can use his cannon up on the deck to scatter groups that come after us. I just saw something new on the radar.
More enemies?
No, they're not hostile, but they are flying. Are those birds? Could you put them on the monitor? Of course, here you go. People did point out that the ravens are, of course, the bird of Odin. So that is why Fu was freaking out. Oh, look. Fu! Birds. Yes, 2 of them again, no less. They must be native to the fields that crop up in between the fire and ice zones. They must be good friends. Wait, let me get a better look at them. You two. You say you've seen these birds before. Yeah, several times. I see. That explains it. Now it all makes sense. Something on your mind, Your Majesty? Oh, just thinking out loud, young sage. Hey, mesdames and messieurs. Is that how you say multiple? I guess that would make sense because okay, don't worry, it's just me with my French. Can you hear me down there in that luxurious toasty room of yours? It's Napoleon reporting in from atop the border. I just saw some flying creatures besides those birds. Got another bunch of seeds headed our way. How far away are these things coming from anyway? I'm not seeing anything over... scratch that. Definitely more of the seeds. Crap. They're changing course to try and land on top of this thing. Moving to intercept now. Anyone wants to join me, come on up. Let's go take them out. Yes, I'm all set. Da Vinci already finished looking over the Orchanax. It was pretty much good as new, thanks to the Queen fixing up. Man, those primordial runes really are something. I'll head out as well. I would like to familiarize myself with Graham's weight a bit more. I'll go too. No, you stay here. I can handle this alone, and I want you to rest up. No, my love, come with me. I will not leave your side. I see, very well. Then let us go together. They're actually a very cute couple. Like, they're for real, like a couple that is just actually, like cute and good together. I like it. I like it. It's, I mean, even though the whole like I'm doomed to kill you, it's like and I like his thing of like, yeah, eventually, probably not today. Let's go. You're hot. I mean, that's not at all what he's like, but it's fine. All right, let's start with a little bit of this to start. Get on going. Alright. Alright, now that you're starting to get strong, this is where now the good stuff comes in. Alright, let's go. Pop this on. 3 turns, why not? Might as well get started. Get some strength up going. Do this for you. See if we can murderize this one seed. Oh yeah. No, maybe not. If we got one more crit, we would have. Oh right, they absorb the stars. I hate that. Alright, let's go. A little bit of this. Crit. Nice. 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 That's a critical hit. My stars. Stop it. Okay, and we're gonna go a little bit of this. All right. So I saw Dante's model for FGO Arcade. It's very strange seeing him in full 3D. It's really cool, but very strange nonetheless. Just one of those things. Like for the anime, for his model sheets for the anime at least, they toned down the Danganronpa-ness a bit, but not for the 3D model. He looks straight out of Ultra Despair Girls, which is hilarious. Like, I kind of love it. I can't even hate it. Alright, well, we only have a little bit to get some meters, so I might see about... Whoa, your faces are jacked up. Never mind, don't like you guys. Because, okay, those don't give meters, so never mind, we can't do that. Alright, you're gonna have to go without it for a sec, but that's okay. We'll do attack up. This doesn't give meter, right? Nope. That's alright. So let's go 1, 2... I'm sure doing this will even do it, but let's just do this just to be careful. Alright. Alright, pop these dudes. Go nuts. Let's see here. Not a ton, but enough for now at least. Okay, and you got enough for yours coming up. Wow. Wow, you're really going at it on her, huh? I think it's because people did say that they focus on divine spirits, which, I mean, yep, she is one. Let's do this. And this. Alright, and we're gonna go 1, 2, 3. You got this, girl. Make those giants feel very ashamed that they are tiny babies. Didn't even need anything else. Okay, sounds good. Oh, buddy. Next episode. Next episode, you're absolutely getting it, bro. Finally, our first 10 bond. It literally only took exactly a year of playing every single day. battle is over. It looks like that was the last of the seeds. I never thought the giants would group together to chase after us while the border was moving, though. I wonder, were they trying to hold us back, or is it just a coincidence they showed up now? Can't imagine they were sent here to stall us, but... True, I don't sense any real intelligence guiding their actions, though. It may well be that they're not here at either Surtr's or the Crypto's command. You think the seeds came out on their own will? Or maybe that the Tree of Emptiness itself scattered them? Yes, that is certainly a possibility. Fascinating. Perhaps these seeds are the Tree of Emptiness's way of defending itself. I believe you first encountered one while you were in the old Jotunheim in the Highlands. That's right, it was when we were on Mount Gladalhopigan. Whatever, frick, I don't care. Perhaps it has to do with the latitude. Now, that would explain why it responded automatically once you headed north. Alright, come on, this isn't a game. If you're done up there, get yourselves back inside. Well, not you, Emperor. You stick to your guns up cannon. Don't you worry about that. There's something else treating me like an ordinary gunner, mademoiselle. Brynhild, it must be hard for you to be so close to me. I know my very existence wears on you. Even with the Queen's protection. It's all right, Sigurd. Strangely enough, I am comfortably able to control myself. Maybe it's because over half my spirit core is already shattered. It was already broken when I materialized, so perhaps by breaking myself further, I'm better able to resist my usual temptations. How peculiar that becoming heroic spirits has reduced us to this. Not at all, my love. I'm happy about this turn of events. Cute. Cute. Absolutely adorbs. Well. Huzzah! Another St. Quartz get. And nuts! Seeds, whatever. Also, ironic. Seeds of Yggdrasil here. Who could believe that? How much is this? Yep, that sounds like getting into endgame when I know there's 16, so it's like I know this is the end. Alright, guys. We'll see you next time for what is almost assuredly the finale of the Götterdämmerung Lostbelt. I say almost assuredly, even though there's a chance it's not. Oh wow, there's still a lot north there, huh? I'll see you next time for some more then, guys. Ciao.